Your hands are trembling. Not because you're fragile, not because you lack preparation, but because hundreds of eyes are fixed on you. Because this moment must be flawless. Because a single error means disgrace, because your thoughts won't. Quiet down. This was Hayashi in 1605, a master swordsman of the Tokugawa era, a decade of discipline, refined technique, a physique shaped by endless repetition. Yet when true pressure arrived, his greatest opponent wasn't the man before him, it was his own mind. The condemned knelt peacefully. The crowd stood in silence. Hayashi remained motionless, blade lifted, unable to strike. Inside, his thoughts were tearing him apart. What if I miss? What if the cut isn't precise? What if they see me falter? His body understood the movement perfectly. His mind did not. Later, overwhelmed with shame, Hayashi sought guidance from the Zen monk Takuan Soho, a spiritual teacher known for advising warriors. What the monk told him was simple but devastating. A powerful fighter with an undisciplined mind is like a finely crafted bow that cannot release its arrow. No one teaches you this. Your mind will fail you the instant pressure rises beyond what it has been trained to endure. Technical mastery is meaningless if your psychology collapses first. Hayashi had trained his body relentlessly. He could slice bamboo in a single stroke. He could spar for hours without tiring. The shogunate trusted him with the role of official executioner, an honor given only to those capable of a clean, merciful strike. He rehearsed the motion thousands of times. Straw targets, bamboo bundles, water-soaked tatami mats to mimic resistance. His posture, grip, and follow-through were exact. But practice targets don't breathe. They don't look at you. They don't kneel with calm acceptance while hundreds observe in silence. On the morning of the execution, everything was prepared. His blade was immaculate, his breathing steady, his stance firm. Then the prisoner was led forward. The man bowed slightly, composed, respectful. No visible fear. Hayashi lifted his sword, and doubt flooded in. Everyone is watching. This must be perfect. Don't hesitate. Don't embarrass yourself. The more he ordered himself to act, the less he could move. His muscles were ready, but his thoughts drowned out. Instinct. When an official finally asked if something was wrong, humiliation surged through him. Hayashi lowered his blade and admitted he could not continue. Another samurai completed the execution with one swift stroke. Hayashi's technique had not failed. His mind had. When he met Takuan Soho, the monk asked him a piercing question. You trained your sword every day. Mind? Hayashi had no answer. The monk explained that most warriors sharpen their weapons but neglect the wielder. The mind, left undisciplined, reacts wildly when confronted with real stakes. Under threat, it triggers fight, flight, or paralysis. For months, Hayashi trained not with steel, but with stillness. He practiced seated meditation, observing his breath and watching his thoughts without resisting them. At first, it was unbearable. His legs ached, his back throbbed. He meditated on death each morning, vividly contemplating his own mortality. By mentally accepting loss, reputation, even life itself, he reduced the fear that had once overwhelmed him. Hold. Noise, surprise, discomfort, he learned to experience them without being shaken. A state where action flows without self-conscious narration. In this state, movement arises naturally, without overthinking. The body acts before doubt can interfere. Months later, he stood once again at an execution. The same setting, the same tension, the same watchful crowd. Fear still surfaced, doubt still appeared, but this time he noticed them and let them pass. His center held firm, immediate, exact. Afterward, he felt no pride, only quiet clarity. The fear had not vanished. It simply no longer. It had changed his relationship to it. Years later, Hayashi taught younger warriors what he had learned. Skill alone is insufficient. Without psychological training, even flawless technique collapses under strain. Mind is unstable, pressure will expose it. True mastery is not adding more skill. Training does not create it. Training reveals it. When pressure arrives, and it always does, your mind will either steady your hand, it will be your mind.